Now, you've said that competing in the markets is harder than competing in the Olympics, which I found funny and distressing all at the same time. You said that you guys at Bridgewater spend hundreds of millions of dollars on research alone, and that somebody like me is going to have to compete with that. So what's the advice for the average person that isn't going to be doing that? And how often should people be reassessing? I feel like in a turbulent environment, should I be looking at this like every week? Like how often, and do you, like if you were managing your personal account without computers, at least without the, you know, sort of hyper auto trading, how often are you looking at it? And how do you avoid trying to compete against the best of the best of the best?
I think that you have to understand what a good strategic asset allocation mix is. That is, how to create a good, well-diversified portfolio, assuming that you don't know how to make these buy and sell decisions. Because what happens is, think of it, it's like a poker game, and you're playing against others. And those others are putting in, most lose, most buy at the highs and sell at the lows. Most behave emotionally. Most don't have the same information. So it's a very difficult game. Like I say, you know, you wouldn't think I'm going to go try to compete in the Olympics, but more people think that they can compete in the markets. They think, I think the markets are going to go up or down. And the track records there are terrible for most people, okay, because of those handicaps relative to others. So for that reason, you start off with a well-diversified, balanced portfolio, because diversification can reduce your risk without reducing your return. If you understand how to get equally attractive investments that are not correlated with each other, that diversify each other, you can build a diversified portfolio. It would take too long for me to explain, you know, how to do that right now, but that becomes the headline. I described it in my book, Principles for Life and Work. Also, Tony Robbins described it, and he asked me about it, and then described it in his book. I forgot the name of it.
Money Master the Game.
Okay, and he describes it pretty well. And for that, I direct you there. I'm going to be writing a book. I'm in the process of doing it, about economic and investment principles. And then I'll describe it more completely. But right now, that's the best I can do in this interview.
No, for sure. That already is really helpful.
Hello, my friend. You know that I believe success requires you to see failure as the ultimate learning tool. Success requires you to be disciplined and gritty, and to never, ever quit on your dreams. I say all of that because one thing is certain: the road to achieving your goal is not smooth or linear. I wish it was, but it's not. It's going to be bumpy, sometimes scary. Some days you'll take 2 steps forward and slide 10 steps back. And that's why success also requires you to know how to pull yourself out of a rut and get unstuck fast. Life is short. You can't be messing around with your goals. You've got to make progress every single day. So I've pulled a class from Impact Theory University called How to Get Unstuck, which you can watch for free with the link on your screen or by clicking below. When you join me for that free preview of that workshop from Impact Theory University, I'm going to teach you my strategy for how to understand exactly where you need to be going, how to identify the obstacle that's blocking you, and the best way to make the most progress towards that goal and keep your momentum. All right, click that link and let's get to work. All right, I'll see you on the inside.